days. It is an isometric practice. So isometric, more or less, although I know there's other definitions, but let's just say that it is equal and opposite pressure is how we're going to define isometric right now, equal and opposite pressure. What was very important with this is that the participants were directed to do 50% of effort. So try this with me. Go ahead and place, well, let's just even do it one hand to the other, okay? So palms together. Try pressing your palms together and don't even think about like the percentage, just press against each other. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to determine what is 50% of effort. Sometimes a way to find that is to relax completely, to then do a lot of effort, and then back off a lot to like 50% of what you were just doing. And try that a couple of times so you can really sort of figure out, okay, what is, closer to 80 or 90 or 100, somewhere in there, and then what is closer to 50 or 40 or 30. Can you feel that difference? Yeah, and with this one particularly, palms together, I bet you can feel a difference in your shoulders, in your neck, in your jaw. Yeah, so the reason we only do 50% of effort for this population, but let's say actually for everyone it would probably be good to do, is if we overengage, guess what happens? Those muscles don't recover as well. They get way more tired. So we're going to do our very, very best to think about 50% of effort, okay? All right, go lie down. So this practice was offered one-on-one, not in a classroom setting, one-on-one. People often did it in their beds. So this is for sure a bed practice. This can be done in your bed. Now, we start in and we return to Shavasana or corpse pose many times. So let's just check it out. See how it would feel to extend the legs, extend the arms, take up as much space as you want here. If it feels okay, the heels can turn in and toes turn out. If it doesn't feel so great to do that, don't worry about it. You're just sort of seeing, okay, what would more or less a resting position be? Now, we're not in our beds, most of us, I think. So most of us are on a pretty hard surface. If you notice, oh, actually having my legs straight without any support doesn't feel so good for me, grab your bolster and know that can go underneath your knees at any time when we come into this Shavasana. So option 1, legs straight, no support. Option 2, bolster underneath the knees. Or option 3, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Okay, so that's going to be our neutral that we come back to. Take a little bit of time here, just enjoying your neutral position. So noticing the parts of the body that are making contact with the mat, the earth below. Noticing if you might even be able to release shoulders down away from the ears. Noticing if you might be able to soften the inside of the jaw just even a little bit more. So simply here, resting and breathing. Now, the other thing that we'll be doing when we do that equal and opposite pressure is we'll be doing a humming breath, like a bee breath, like a Brahmani. We'll do that on the exhale, and we'll do it 3 times. So we'll be taking an inhale. We'll apply equal and opposite pressure as we do a little sound like hum. Do that until the breath ends. We'll take a breath in, relax the equal and opposite pressure, and then again, we'll do that hum breath. If at any point it's a little confusing what I'm describing, know that I'll lead you through. I'll lead you through. You can always have a wee look at me. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, so we're going to start our first practice with bending the knees, hands down beside you. So essentially a constructive rest position, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Now, the equal and opposite pressure is this. Can you please draw your awareness to your heels? and feel as if you could tug your heels just a little bit away from you. Does that make sense? So as if those heels are tugging towards the edge of the mat. And you can also press down through the hands. So heels pressing away from you, pressing down with the hands. So here's the movement that we'll do. We're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, we'll do the press heels away from you, palms press down, 50% of effort. And then inhale, relax the effort. You'll probably feel your low back curves come in. And then once again, equal and opposite pressure. Keep going with that full exhalation. Keep sounding. And then again, inhale. And one more. Wonderful. Go ahead, go back to your neutral position. Extend the legs. You can once again have bolster underneath if you prefer. Just take a little bit of time to rest, to notice how that feels for you. Let the shoulders soften down away from the ears. Taking just full neutral breath here. Full neutral breath. Okay. Now the next movement is a little sort of cupping of the head. Now what I mean by that, and I'm just standing to show you, although you won't be standing, is you're going to tuck, lift up the chin, lift up the head a little bit, and then interlace the hands behind the head. And then the movement will be, and I'll show you first, you don't need to do it, knees bent, feet flat on the floor, hands interlaced, lifting the head. We inhale. And then on the exhale, we lean head into hands, hands into head. So let's try that together. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Tuck the chin so you lift the head up. Take a breath here to inhale. And then as you exhale, lean head into hands, hands into head. Do that humming breath. Then go ahead, release the head all the way down, bring the arms out to the side, take a breath in and out. We're doing this 3 times. You can choose the same interlacing or switch. Taking the hands behind the skull, tucking the chin, breath in, and sinking head into hands, hands into head. You might even feel a release in the low back. At the end of the exhale, place the head down, bring the arms to the side for a moment. Take a breath in and out. And then we'll do one more like that. You can interlace same or different way. Tuck the chin, breathe in, and exhale to The end of that exhale, undo the hands, head comes down. Go back to that Shavasana for you. Go back to that resting. Feel free, of course, at any time between this to do any other movements if you prefer. Taking that time to come back to ourselves. No, we always have the option of bolster underneath the knees or knees bent. So that was a release for the neck, the muscles supporting the neck. I'm going to do another one that is also to support the muscles of the neck. Now in this next one, what we'll be doing is turning the head to one side. So I have my head turned to my left, and then that same hand, my left hand, presses gently against the side of the left side of the head. Now I can choose to either have legs straight or knees bent. I'm going to do knees bent because for me it just provides a little bit more support. Now we're doing equal and opposite pressure. Very important with the head, with the neck. Please remember your 50% or even less. Head into hand, hand into head. Take a breath here to inhale. And then exhale. Mm. Relax the effort as you inhale, keeping the hip position just as you are. Exhale, same thing again. Equal and opposite pressure, 50% though. Be very, very gentle, please. That's it. And then full inhale, no pressure at all. Exhale for. Go ahead, release the hand down beside you. Turn the head through center. Take a breath there. Noting any differences that you might feel from right to left side. And next we'll come on to the other side. So turning your head, for me, I'm turning my head to my right. So I'm bending my right elbow so I can press hand into head, head into hand. Inhale and taking your breath to inhale, no pressure at all. Remember, only 50%. Exhale and press. On the inhale, relaxing all of the effort. On the exhale, equal and opposite 50%. Release the hand down beside you. Bring the head back through center. Return to your variation of Shavasana. That might be knees bent. That might be legs long. You might have the bolster underneath the knees. Taking some time to check in and notice what you feel in the body. You might feel some muscular effort that was engaged. You might feel something else. Good. Take another breath or two, just like that. Beautiful. Okay, so the next one is bringing one knee in towards the chest, kind of like an Apanasana. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to have one foot flat on the floor. The other knee comes in towards the chest, and I'm going to choose either I interlace my fingers and press the hands on the front of the shin just below the knee, or if that doesn't feel so comfortable, I can interlace fingers around the back of the thigh. So it doesn't matter. You're going to choose front of the shin or back of the thigh. Wherever the hands are pressing into, that is your equal and opposite. So you're pressing up and down if you're on the shin. You're pressing against and in if you're against the thigh. Huh? Here we go. Inhale. On the inhale, no effort at all. On the exhale, equal and opposite pressure, 50% with your B breath. One more like that. Inhale, no effort at all, relaxing. Exhale, equal and opposite humming breath. Release the hands, bring the foot down. Take a moment to pause. Notice if you can sense or feel sensations on right and left side of the body, particularly perhaps in the low back or the neck and shoulders. I'm going to do the other side. See if you can on this side change your interlacing so it'll feel a little weird. So I'm bringing my other knee in towards my chest, either choosing to grasp on the front of the shin or the back of the thigh, changing it so my opposite pinky finger is on the outside. Here we go. We inhale, equal and opposite, exhale. Inhale, no effort at all, really relax. Exhale, equal and opposite with your humming breath. Inhale, no effort at all. Last breath here, equal and opposite humming breath. Mm. Beautiful. Okay, please release. Bring the foot back down, then come back to your Shavasana. So that again can be either knees bent or legs long, or bolster underneath the knees with legs long. Know that you can always change partway through whatever is going to serve you best. Take a little bit of time here just to be as you are. Feel the breath. Feel into the body a little bit. The next one is actually in the corpse position, the Shavasana. So if your legs are bent, knees are bent, please extend them. Now, there's going to be 3 points of contact where we press down. Please first bring your awareness to the back of the head and notice that you could just create a little bit of effort to press through the back of the head. Now, anytime we work with the head, we want to do even less, maybe than 50%. So this is really subtle, hey? Really subtle, pressing in with the back of the head. The next one is all the way down to the feet, the backs of the heels. See that you can also press down through the backs of the heels a little bit. That's it. And then the third one is elbows bend, hands come onto the front of the hips. So think sort of lower than the low belly, actually the front of the hips. And you're going to apply a little bit of pressure. Hands into hips, hips into hands. Go ahead and try that just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so as we come through this time 3 times, it'll be pressing down through the back of the head and pressing down through the backs of the heels and pressing hands into hips, hips into hands. So we have 3 points at which we are pressing down. Here we go. Take a nice full inhale. Exhale, equal and opposite pressure, back of head, back of heels. Do the humming breath. Hands into hips, hips into hands. Good. Finishing that exhale. And then inhaling for no effort at all. You might feel low back curve come in a bit more. And then once again, equal and opposite pressure, humming breath, back of head, hands into hips, backs of heels. Beautiful. One more like that. Inhaling. Beautiful. Bring the hands off the hips, bring them back out to the side. Return to your Shavasana. So really no effort. Feel free to place bolster underneath knees or bend the knees. If the back wants a little bit more support, let yourself just be here. Yawns might come in. Big sighs might come in. See if you can welcome whatever is there to be there. Noticing any differences that you might feel in the body. Now this next one is a little bit more effort, a little bit more active. We're going into a little bridge pose, and by that I mean we first start by bending the knees. So go ahead and bend your knees, place your feet flat on the ground. And heels can be close-ish towards your bum. It doesn't matter how wide apart the feet are. I'll show you where we're going so then you can maybe adapt to what feels best for you. I'm lifting my hips up, not high, but my bum lifts up a bit. Then I place my hands on the front of the hips, just like I did before, but this time the hips are lifted. And go ahead and try that out first, just so you can have a little practice. Go ahead, lift up the bum. Palms face down on the hips and find just a little equal and opposite pressure Noting if you press down quite a bit, you'll maybe notice, oh yeah, it's perhaps a bit too much. Good, so that's just our little test. Go ahead, bring your bum down. Hands, palms face down on the hips. Lift the hips up. Take a breath to inhale. As you exhale, pressing hands into front of the hips, hips into hands. That's it. Pause there. Inhale. Equal and opposite exhale. Mm. And last one. Inhale and mm. Please lower the bum back down. Choose your Shavasana, so either knees bent or legs extended, perhaps with bolster underneath the knees. Take a little bit of time just to come into yourself. It's fine if you feel tired, let that come over you. It's fine if a big sigh wants to be released out. Please welcome that. So that was our final isometrics, or equal and opposite pressure. There are two more movements that we do to complete this practice. The first one is, and this is just if it feels okay for you, I'm going to please draw both knees in towards the chest. Try that first. Both knees in towards the chest, and go ahead and clasp your hands around the front of the shins or on the knees, wherever feels better for you. So you're going to give yourself a little cuddle, bringing those knees in towards your chest, and take hands either on the front of the shins or the knees. Now you can stay like this, or if it feels okay, tuck the chin, lift the head, and you're bringing yourself into a little ball, just taking one full breath with the head lifted, chin tucked. Good. And then on the exhale, if you have the head lifted, lower it back down. You can release the hands from the knees, bring the feet back down onto the ground, and then have a little roll over to your right or your left side. And we're going to be here for a good few breaths. Doesn't matter right or left side, you choose. Give yourself a little cuddle here, whatever that means for you. How can you draw yourself into a little ball? Taking inventory of the body as it is right now, of the breath as it is right now. Yeah, you've got it. Take another couple of breaths just like that. Wonderful. And then as you're ready, you can press down to push yourself up. So that is the end of that practice, that isometric practice. We're going to take a little break now. Yes, we're going to take, let's take 15 minutes, okay? Let's take 15 minutes. As you come back, we'll talk about the study, and then we'll also get into the final case study of the day. So let's just double check the time. So